down circuit. So I created this wiring diagram in Wondershare. Easy draw. Love the program. If you're ever looking for a schematic program, it does so much more, but it does more than what I know how to do. Again, Wondershare makes it great program. So this is a pump down. It's a very simple circuitry. It's not real complex, but I'm going to break it down in sequence of operation as he asked me to do. So it all starts with this right here, the switch, the on switch. You turn that on switch on, and it's going to allow power to flow. So when the power is flowing, you have a T-stat right here. Now this T-stat, once the controlled area, whether it's a room, whether it's a refrigerator, it's got to close. So the T-stat's going to close on rise. That's going to allow the voltage to come through, energize our solenoid and our relay coil. So we have our liquid line solenoid getting energized, and we have our C2 relay. Now, once that energizes, right, the C2 relay is actually going to close a C2 contact. Normally open contact will be closed now. Now that has nothing to do with it but allow voltage to jump over C1, right? So it's going to jump over C1. Now, as the liquid line solenoid is feeding, the low pressure control is increasing on pressure. The low side is going to increase on pressure, and the low pressure control is actually going to close. When that closes, when the low pressure control closes, it's actually going to energize on C1. So C1 will actually close and voltage will flow. Well, actually voltage, let me back up a little bit, because the voltage will flow. Once your low pressure control closes, voltage is going to flow because your C2 is already closed. And it's going to energize your C1 relay coil, our contactor. Now, when the C1 contactor closes, you're actually going to close C1 contacts. That in turn is going to allow the compressor to come on. So, system's running, area's cooling down, the T-stat opens back up. Well, let me undo that one. So the T-stat is actually going to open back up, right? So you got your T-stat right here. It's going to open. Stop power from flowing to the solenoid and C2. Now when that stops, your C2 contact is going to open, but the system is going to remain on, right? It's going to remain on because your low pressure is still closed. C1 is closed, and your C1 contactor coil is still energized until the low pressure control opens up due to low pressure. When the low pressure control opens up, right? When the low pressure right here opens up, that in turn is going to stop electrical flow to C1. When that stops, your C1 is going to de-energize, opening up your C1 relay. Your C1 normally open contacts, and your compressor will shut off. That is how it pumps down. So, pretty interesting. Not a lot to it, but it takes a little bit to understand that we're bypassing another set of contacts to actually keep it running until the low pressure control opens it up. Hope that makes sense. Enjoy. Thank you.